here's the thing. This whole situation, right? This is me on the left, right? I want you to imagine you on the is it left? Yeah. You on the left. I want you to imagine you here. What's here where you are currently? What's here? What does here mean for where you are right now? And actually, you want to get over there. Where's there? And when you get there, you're now here again. Because the future that you once wanted, you're there now. But it's always the next corner, isn't it? The next corner, the next corner, the next corner, the next corner. And I get that. Be ambitious. Be driven, by all means. But here's the thing. What's stopping you being... let me tell you. In the next whatever time we've got left, in the next 50 minutes, my intent is to get you from here to there. I want you to think about what is over there. By the way, I've got 100 slides. You get literally 30 seconds. If you see something, take it. Take the photograph, like seriously. Don't take it. If you like something, take it. So here's the thing. What's stopping you being the best version of you? I want you to answer that question internally. The thing that's stopping me being the best version of me is I got locked in a coal shed when I was 7 of my dad. Right? And yet you're carrying it along. Oh, he did lock me in when I was 7. I'm so terrified. There were spiders and coal and everything. So what's stopping you being the best version of you? You. Because the biggest fight of your life is you versus you. Every single day you're fighting with yourself. Good version, not so good version. Driven version, lazy version. This is the biggest fight of your life. So I want you to recognise this, that this morning, Terry and the team, by the way, Dan, I don't think you realise what they've been up to. They've been flat out, genuinely, like 11 o'clock last night stuff, right? This is, it's almost like a start-up again. Now, here's the thing. This morning, we was on the phone to Disney, and we got authorisation from Disney Legals. You can edit this out, by the way, right? And so, you know what happened is he rubbed the lamp, and the genie comes out, and you've got 3 wishes. I want you to think about that. 3 wishes. Whoosh! Your wish is my command. You've got 3 wishes. Think about what those 3 wishes would be. Making more money, being happier, losing weight, whatever I did. Just think about what those 3 wishes are. Sorry to break it to you, not 8. There's no such thing as wishes. Right? Wouldn't it be lovely? Wishes, you're all thinking, I'll increase my self. Don't exist. But what 3 changes could you make? What 3 changes could you make that would make those wishes a reality? Because everything that you see and everything that you hear exists only in there. This is your control centre. Forget about ChatGPT for a minute. Think about Brad GPT. It's the same thing. You program GPT. You sat there programming. You did. What about you? Program yourself. So I want you to recognise this, that things can change. Anyone here ever told their employer to shove the job up their arse? Anyone ever thought about it? That's more like it, right? Well, I actually did it, and I'll tell you something. It was on the 16th of December, 2004. I told my employer to shove the job up their backside on a point of principle, and I walked. And I'm telling you something, people. It was a wonderfully liberating experience. It really was for those 3 hours whilst I drove home. I'm married, or I was. Anyway, I've arrived home, and when your blood goes cold? Yeah, that. I've arrived home going... I've opened the door and standing before me was 8.5 stone of common sense. She says to me, the wife, you're home early, Brad. You're here to look after baby Ben while I go shopping. That's one way to look at it, Kerry. The other way is that I've told my employer to shove the job up the backside. What do you think, boys and girls? My supportive wife said. One swear word or not? Yes, no? Yeah. She said, you're a fucking idiot. Why couldn't you keep your mouth shut for 5 days and get your Christmas pay? She had a point. Look, Kerry, it's fine. I know I'm £25,000 in debt. But I'm going to start my own business off. How difficult can it be? See, my understanding about business was all private number plates, fish tanks and spinny chairs. Got the BMW M4 outside with the anthracite kit. Right. So I started my own business off. And my wife's in a full-time employment. Baby Ben's in childcare. I'm 25 grand in debt and I started my own business off. And I remember lay on the sofa with a wet flannel on my head, waiting for those all-important DNA results from Jeremy Kyle to see whether Steve had got Chancel from Kenny in Town pregnant. When the phone goes, I pick the phone up. Hurrah, it must be that yell.co.uk advert paying off. Anyone else daft enough to have done Yellow Pages advert? Brilliant, right? And hello, it's the wife. You know when the boss asks you, how's it going, and it's not going particularly well, what do you say? Thank you, there we go. One honest person. Fine. Lots of irons in the fire. My wife says to me, says, Brad, when HSBC start taking irons in the fire, you let me know. Until such a time, you're going to have to do something. Yeah, but I can earn more in an hour. Yeah, but you're not. So, Monday to Friday, hi, my name is Brad Burton, the award-winning marketer. The company's called 4 Consultancy. We're a full-service new media and creative design agency. Lovely to meet you. Friday, 6 p.m, ding dong, I'll make Domino's pizza. Right? I delivered pizza at weekend in 2004 to keep my business afloat. And the reason I'm saying that is not how dramatic I am, but in order for you to get to where you need to get to or you want to get to, you're going to have to do shit that you don't want to do. Right? Whether it is cold calling, whether it's that, whether it's whatever. If you don't do that, if you're not prepared to do that, then guess what? You're not going to get to the next stage because it's not about the next 5 steps, the next 10 steps. It's about the next single step. So it all went horribly wrong one day. I'm delivering pizzas. Ding dong. Door opens and standing before me was one of my clients from a marketing business. Brad, what are you doing here? What it is, Steve, is we were undertaking a direct marketing campaign for Domino's, so I thought I'd really get a feel for the organisation. You know, even got a frigging pound tip off him. Stuff writes itself. Anyway, that business, 25 grand in debt, nobody gave me a chance. I started a network off called 4 Networking. And there you go. Generated millions, right? 68,000 business networking meetings. At its height, multi-million pound business. And then obviously, you know, I went through the mangle with the business as you do. And I don't think, you know, I don't think there's this kind of 45-degree angle with business. It would be lovely to think there is. There's not, right? It doesn't work like that. It's like mountaineers. You go up and down and peak. And that's how it is. So I built that business up from nothing, from absolutely nothing. And I've also written 4 books, not as thick as a look. And what you don't know about me, I mean, people say you got lucky. Oh, Brad got lucky, though, when he started and he's written all that. Let me tell you something, people. In the olden days, you had to do something called writing 40,000 words. It took 18 months to write those books. Nowadays, ChatGPT, 10 minutes later, a cup of tea, sorted. Right? And that's the world that we're in right now. But people say, oh, Brad got lucky with his business. He got lucky. Terry got lucky. Let me tell you something. Did I get lucky when my dad left at 6 months old? Did I get lucky when I left school with no qualifications? My mum and I moved 14 times from the age of 8 to 14. Did I get lucky when I got shot at in 1995? Did I get lucky when I got addicted to drugs twice? Right? Did I get lucky when, what else? Oh, yeah, 4 years on benefits. Did I get lucky when I delivered pizza on 31? So I've got 2 halves of my life. Up until 31, I was a bum. Right? And the last 21 years, I've done something with my life